Do you want to build better roofs? I'm going to help you do that, sort of. I'm not a full professional at building roofs, but I like building roofs and they're quite good. So today we're going to go over 6 different roof types that I think every builder should know, even though I'm not fully a builder yet. I'm getting there. And if you don't like it, that's okay. I understand. But let's get into the video and I'm going to show you 6 different roofs that you can do. Let's go! We have 6 houses here and we're going to do a different style roof on each and every one of them to kind of show you just what you can do even though you have the same base. So let's start off with this one. Now for this one, we're going to do a very simple deep slate trim. We're going to do it like this. So this is a very simple outline for a roof. You've seen this probably many times. I can't remember what the name of it is. Well, I'll probably have it on screen here in a second. But this roof is a very simple one and I use it all the time. Now there's a couple of things we have to do with this roof when putting it on a new house that looks like this. First of all, the trim. So to get this part to look good, on a lot of other ones you might have to do a blending block, but because this is the trim of it, we can just extend it out like so. So now you have this kind of fully enclosed. Now sometimes what you can do, and this is what I do most of the time, is you have in a middle block like this. Now what you can do to make this look a little bit more fancy is replace these with stair blocks. So you get like this half block, full block effect going across the entire thing. Here, let me show you. And you get this. Now this bit is a little bit off and you can fix that by doing this with slabs and full blocks instead and just having a small gap here. But regardless, that's what we're gonna have for our bit of a frame of the deep slate. Now in this example, for variety's sake, I'm gonna use some acacia planks and some acacia stairs to fill in the rest of this. So very quickly, I'm gonna fill it in and we're gonna go from there. And now we have a fully filled in roof. Now this by itself does not work because it is very flat. There's nothing here, there's nothing here. It doesn't work. The first detail I wanna do is I wanna fill in these 2 massive holes as this roof is just sort of sitting on top of it. First off, you have these corners. Now what we can do here is just put in another block like so. That way it's more connected. Now there's a couple different things you can do to fill in this larger gap. You can add in a new secondary block for the second floor, or you can continue this up by using this block as kind of a trim. So what you can do is this, and let's say you want to add a bit more. So let's put this down the middle. That way you can bring this all the way up. So now you have a pillar. Now this doesn't look good with the shutters down here. So we can actually just move the shutters to this outside and it looks a lot better. So we'll do this for the entire inside. So you get something like this. Now this is very flat and it doesn't look great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our windows and we're gonna put our windows in right here. So you have some light up at the top. You can put shutters next to them, but it doesn't look fully right. So we're gonna leave those off for now. And we're gonna take a leaf block and put them underneath. That way you have some greenery around here. So let's do the same thing to the other side. So now we have this fully done house. Now technically you could be done here, but I don't want to be done. Let's add in an extra window. And the way I go about this is pretty simple. You just kind of build out an extra bit here, kind of like this, and just have it nice and full into the bit, and then you have your window. You just have your window like this, and there you go. You have a full-on exterior. I don't know what these are called, but they look good. And then you can delete that for this, and it's a full block now. How about that? That's super simple. Let's do it to the next one. Incredibly simple, incredibly quick, and you can add trapdoors to the bottom of them to add a little bit of variety, or you can add plants like that. It's up to you. It is, again, up to you. There's a lot of different variety you can do with these builds, and you can change them to how you want them in your world. So we'll go with this for now, and I'm really happy with this roof design. Let's move on to roof design number 2. Now this one is a little bit different, as it is gonna require a little bit more specified blocks, as we're gonna be doing an alternate pattern for the trim with cobblestone and andesite. So we're gonna quickly put that in like so. And then from there, on the sides, we're gonna use cobblestone to bring it up like this at one layer, and then from there we're gonna use slabs in this pattern all the way up. So we have a very short roof, much shorter than this one. And this also works kind of in the same way as this, but we're gonna do that over here. Now for this one, we're gonna do a different roof style. I forget what this is called, like a roof vein or whatever, but we're gonna do it with block, slab, block, slab, except instead of these full blocks of cobblestone, we're gonna use andesite blocks. So you have this alternating pattern all the way across, like so. And it's a very flat roof. And that's kind of the idea. We're gonna use mangrove wood for this one, and you get something kind of like this. Now, one of the advantages this roof has over this one is you don't have as much space to fill in over here. Again, we can fill in the corners like we did on the other one, and then just fill it in with a bit of white terracotta. And you don't really have to worry about any trim because it looks fine. And there you go, our second roof fully completed. Now you can obviously orientate these a different way. You can use different blocks for each one. It is always up to you. The finer details. Now let's move over to roof number 3. Now this one is going to be a little bit different compared to the rest of them, as we're going to pre-build this one, the corners of this one to an extent. And we get a pattern that's kind of like this. Now the last detail that we need to add to this is kind of a neat one. Some spikes. And now you have kind of this interesting spiked look. So now we have our walls fully laid out and ready to be built. For this one, we're going to use full granite blocks and granite stairs. Now, there's obviously a clear issue with this one, and that is this design. Now, technically what we can do is we can raise all of this up. What we're going to do here to kind of blend it a little bit better is add in our trim across the top. And that way it blends a little bit better. Now, another thing you can do is you can add in just another layer of granite to kind of get a more of a sloped look, if that's what you want to do. But there's another roof design, and I actually quite like this one as well. A bit more Gothic looking with all the spikes, but it looks good nonetheless. So 3 down, 3 to go. Now this next one is quite simple, and probably the simplest one on this entire list. It's a square roof. It is literally just placing slabs like this. That is all we're doing. Just put them in a circle and then repeat the cycle. Now you can stop here, and actually it looks pretty good. Or you can keep going all the way to the tippy top and have it end like this. And again, this one is also a really good choice to have, and I quite like it as well. It looks good, and we're moving to the next one. Now this next one is kind of an interesting one. It's the slanted roof. So what we're gonna do here is quite simple. We're gonna trim it out and polish diorite like this, and quickly build it up to the top up the other side. So this is kind of the profile we're going for in this roof type, and I actually think that this one looks good too. Now once we have our frame, we of course fill it in with our pale oak. And just like that, you have yourself another roof. Now technically it's not full, so let's fill this in. Now for this one, we do want to make sure that these go all the way to the top, as we don't want it to be kind of awkward and just end suddenly. So that's what we can do for that one. However, that is not on any of the other sides, so we're just gonna leave it like that. And just like that, your roof is done. Now, there are a lot of things you can do, as this wall is really bare. You can do something like build a balcony or add a bunch more windows. That is really up to you. You can even add a chimney and a fireplace down here and have it go up the top, or really anywhere on any of these roof designs. Now, this last one is quite cool as well, and we're gonna use black stone to trim it. Now, the way we're gonna do this is very simple. Slabs into stairs, into blocks, like this. Now this is it's kind of a different one, and I do like it. Now what we can do is we can stack up and then put a slab on top like this, allowing us to go across with single slabs and filling in the middle with our filler block. And voila, now your roof is completely filled in. It does look a little bit strange up here, and you can fix that with some stairs. So there you go, now you have a roof and it looks quite good. Now the only thing we have left is to fill in this section. And again, we can just do it the same way we've been doing for the rest of them and completely fill it in with our white terracotta. And again, this side has this weird beam, so we're gonna bring this beam up as well. Like so. And there you go. There's 6 different roof types. There's tons more you can do other than these, but these are the 6 that I use the most. And I quite like all of them. They all look good and they all work just fine. They all have the ability to be adjusted for what you need, and they can be used in many, many different palettes. Now with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back next week with a new build of the week. I don't know exactly what it's gonna be yet, so leave a comment down below what you wanna see me build, and I'll do it, and I'll go into depth. And I'm also posting a short every single day about a simpler build, like a little detail build, like a wheelbarrow or a lamplight or anything like that, and you should go and check those out as well. Now that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!